I waited for the ridicule about my second-hand dresses, and shoes, and hats. Do you think she made a pact with someone? The girls, who were supposed to be my friends, tittered. A boy hooted. Now I knew what was coming, and it was worse than a sneer about hand-me-downs. My father was the town's free thinker. Devil's children! Other kids brayed as they chased us through the unpaved streets, dusty in fall, muddy in spring. Devil's children! Sometimes I ran. Others I stood my ground and took swings at them. When I fought back, I came home dress torn, dirt-stained, and bloody, scandalizing my mother. Girls don't fight, she always said. I was accustomed to the slurs in the streets, but not in school. At least, not from a teacher. I hid my hands beneath the desk. Do you think the Higgins girls made a pact with the devil for those fine gloves? She did not have to say any more. First the boys took up the cry, then some of the girls joined in. Devil's children, devil's children! I put my gloved hands on the desk, pushed myself up out of the seat, started down the aisle, and slammed out of the classroom. As I burst through the front door into the schoolyard, the sun beat down on my shame, but I kept going, dodging buggies, pedestrians, a man on a bicycle. Slow down, Margaret Higgins, a woman called after me. Where's the fire? The man on the bicycle shouted. My hair flew in my face, and my breath came in gasps, but I wouldn't stop. I leapt over a log and came down hard on the balls of my feet. My ankle twisted in a carriage rut. Instinctively, my hands rose to break my fall, then, just as instinctively, went behind my back. My hip collided with a rock. Pain wrenched my shoulder. The side of my face hit the ground. But I'd saved the baby, soft, white kid gloves with the pink and blue forget-me-nots. I was never going back to school. No one could make me. My parents didn't even try. My mother, heart-sore for her two eldest daughters, who had high school diplomas, but neither husbands nor children, said she could use some help at home. My father was jubilant. He liked to say formal education was nothing but a tool to breed docility and instill capitalist claptrap. I myself am an autodidact, he announced, and you're a chip off the old block, Peg. My older sisters had other ideas. Nan came home from Buffalo, where she worked as a secretary. Mary came down from the hill, and they took me into the fields, away from our parents, sat me down on a log, and had at me. Mary, do you want to spend the rest of your life in Corning? Nan, do you want to marry a boy who works in the glassworks and start having children, one a year, until you're old and worn out and have never seen anything of the world? Do you want to turn into mother? Neither of them said that, but all three of us were thinking it. If there was one point on which the Higgins sisters agreed, it was that we were never going to marry. You have a good mind, Mary said. Don't waste it, Nan warned, and held a brochure out to me. As I reached for it, I felt the twinge in my shoulder. I was still black and blue from my fall. The cover showed a big stone building. The words, Claverack College and Hudson River Institute, a co-educational boarding school in the Hudson Valley, ran beneath it. I opened the brochure and began to read. A special program for women offers training in moral, physical, and social development. Mary and I will scrape together the tuition, Nan said. You'll work in the kitchen for your room and board, Mary added. 10 days later, on a clement September evening, I went up the hill to say goodbye to Mary. The sun hung low in the sky, pink as a skinned rabbit. Beneath a canopy of rustling leaves, I made my way down a wide street.